Hello everyone, watch this review here with a look at Papa Smurf from Jakks Pacific's Smurfs line. I guess these are specifically called Grab'ems or whatever. It's about 2 to 3 inches tall. There are a few figures in the line, although honestly Papa Smurf was the only one I really thought was worth picking up. Although, if the price does sort of drop, I might just pick up a few more for the hell of it. His kind of interesting, where they have Gargamel there, sort of same scale as the other figures. Whereas this is basically like a 1-to-1 scale, because the Smurfs themselves are really tiny. Whereas Gargamel, should be human size, but hey, whatever. Pretty sure most people wouldn't want a Gargamel figure anyway. Or maybe they would, just not necessarily that incarnation. Hold on a second and I'll get him out pack. Now, I'm not sure if I'll see the movie or ever see the movie that this is sort of based on. And honestly, I didn't really like the cartoon. I much preferred the sort of knockoff, the Snorks. I don't know, they were a lot catchier for some reason. But all the same, couldn't resist picking this up. I mean, it's just got a sort of nostalgia vibe to it and stuff. See, I remember the Smurfs pretty well from my childhood. Even if I felt that most of the episodes were kind of boring. The design, I guess, is more the movie theme here, where it's got something about it looks a little bit more humanoid, or I'm not sure if humanoid's the right word, but there's more realism to the face than in the cartoon and stuff, and despite that, it still sort of passes for what you'd expect from the older material. If you look at the hat here, there's the semen stuff here, so it does kind of resemble fabric in some ways, although given the fact that it's sort of glossy plastic, you can tell it's not, I was going to say real, but that sounds kind of silly. I like the detail in the beard and stuff. The general sculpt is just very Smurferific. Yes, I said it, it's Smurferific. The figure itself has what looks to be 5 points of articulation, head rotation, the arm goes up, it's a hinge, and the other arm also seems to be hinged. Can't really move it because of the satchel here. I mean, the satchel does add so much character to this figure. The legs are individually articulated. When I first saw them, I thought they'd both go up at once, but nope. They're also hinged, not a lot of motion. Peg holes in the bottom of the feet. Oh yeah, he's holding a blueberry in case you didn't realize, but it's a really small blueberry. All in all, it's a decent looking figure. I, again, kind of had to pick him up. He's sort of the most iconic Smurf, although I guess if you just went with one of the more generic Smurfs, they all kind of look alike. I know that's Smurf racism, but, when you need a hat and a beard to tell them apart, yeah, maybe there's some basis to it. But the other ones, just, I don't know, they didn't opt for a really generic look. The only one that's in the sort of generic Smurf outfit, sort of like the armory builder for Smurfs, is Jokey. Whenever I see Jokey, I can only think of that one Robot Chicken episode where they reenacted Seven or something. Yeah, I ran out of space there, so I'm going to quickly wrap my thoughts up. But, it's just a shame that they couldn't have gone with, a really more generic Smurf, just so you could have like a whole array of them. I mean, probably wouldn't do like a whole Smurf Village thing, but, it would make for a cooler display. Now, I know I don't sound terribly enthusiastic about this figure, but he actually is pretty cool, and I do like the design and so forth. A price point for the $2 that I paid, it's a decent value. I think originally it was like $4, which I guess by modern standards isn't anything crazy. So I mean, yeah, definitely if you see these on clearance someplace, might be worth picking up. Till next time, folks.